Good morning, my darlings, and I thought I would tell you a very, very creepy tale that happened to me and my husband about 8 years ago when I was about 40 years old. Now, we had gone out to the cinema at the Showcase Cinema at Leeds, the multi-complex that they have out there. Well, we'd gone for the midnight showing of The Exorcist in all its glory, uncut with everything in. It's quite a rarity, but yes, we went out to see it. And we're having a great time, having a fantastic time. And the movie was quite long. It was just with all the extra bits that were put in and all the sort of like the talk about it, the interview with the people that made it, William Friedkin, yeah, and all the rest of them. It was near enough 2 hours, so it was a midnight screening, and we left just before 2 o'clock in the morning. So it was a Halloween special, and we were just having the best time, all right? And when we were coming home, we went over the moors because you come down off, you go up the motorway, the M62, and then we sort of came off up at Ainley top. You know where Ainley top is? It's just top half of Huddersfield. And then we decided that we're going to cut across the moors up at Outlane, right? And we'd go down to where we live that way. And it was really thick fog. I'm not joking. It wasn't foggy on the motorway, and it was only as we were going up over the tops that this fog bank rolled in, and you just couldn't see anything. So we just decided to slow right down and take it easy as we were going through the little villages, because if there was something coming the opposite side of the road, we didn't want to hit it. And then we got out onto actual upper moorland, and that's when the really weird thing happened. And there we were, travelling along really, really slowly. I don't think we were doing more than maybe 10 mile an hour because it was that thick. And we heard the strangest sound. I kid you not, we heard the strangest sound, and it sounded like, have you ever heard a stag when it's snorting? That's what it sounded like. And it was right, almost like that noise, but a lot deeper and a lot stronger. And I looked at my husband and I said, "What's wrong with you?" And he goes, "I ain't me, love." Anyway, there we were. We travelled on a little bit further and we could still hear it. And then it was this almighty thwack at the side of the car. Now, bearing in mind, we were driving a 4x4 vehicle, right? One of the big chunky trucks that Kia do. It was Sportage. And you know how beefy those machines are, especially the old ones from 2009, 2010. So they're built like boxes on wheels, and they're quite chunky and sturdy around the side. Well, we actually physically don't have this vehicle anymore because it's gone. But the one that we had was Suga. We called it Suga, and it was blue, midnight blue. Beautiful, beautiful. Anyway, there we were, and we got hit on the side, and we could still hear this noise, and we knew it was a wild animal, right? We knew it was a wild animal, and from what we could make out in the fog, it was substantial. It was a unit. It was really, really big, and it just hit the car again on one's on the passenger side and on one's on the driver's side. And we thought no more about it, and we just thought, well, blimey, let's get out of here. And we parked up at home and got in, and that was that. We just went to bed. And the next day, when we got up and we went outside to check the vehicle to see if there was any damage, there were these scratch marks on the side of the door panels on the passenger and on the driver's side. And wow, I wish I'd taken a photograph. I really do. To this day, we don't know what it was that hit us and what was making that noise. But it was... I've never come across something like that. I mean, yeah, granted, we do have wild animals around here. We're in the countryside. We live in Yorkshire. We're near the moors. And we do have deer, we have stags, we have pigs, sheep, cows, the lot, right? Foxes, owls, you name it. Badgers, we've got them. We've got them all. Was it a stag that took a liking to our car? I don't know. All I can tell you is it was very noisy. It was a heavy breather and it was strong. It was strong and it left marks on the vehicle. And from what we could make out of it in the fog, bearing in mind it was very, very thick fog, what we could make out of it, it was really, really big. It was, I would say it was the size of about 4 foot tall, maybe 5 foot tall, something like that. So it was substantial and it was quite wide. What it was, we do not know. Have we ever met it again? No, we have not. Will we travel over the moors at 2 in the morning on Halloween night again? Depends what we're doing, I suppose. But I have never in my life ever come across something quite like that. And I doubt I ever will again. But if anybody else ever comes across something quite that big, do drop me a line because I'd love to know where you met it. And with me, it wasn't Saddleworth Moor side, which that's more Manchester side. This is more Greetland side, Pont Moors up that way, Outlane, going towards Ainley top. So if anybody ever comes across something like that out there, do drop me a line, do tell me where you met it, and we definitely know it was real. I wish we'd taken some photographs, but I mean we were proper spooked. I mean, you know, you just been to see The Exorcist and then you get that, right? Wow. So has anyone else got some really weird tales about what they may have encountered on Halloween? Because that was ours. And bearing in mind, yeah, that year, my 40th year, my husband had had a heart attack as well. On my actual birthday, day after my birthday, 8th of April, I had a heart attack. And I'd literally turned 40 the day before. So I can honestly say, wowzers, that was quite the night. It really was. So anyone else got any spooky tales like that? I'd love to hear them. And that's my spooky tale. What it was, we'll never know. All I can tell you is it was really big, it was a heavy breather, and it could have just been a giant stag. Or was it? Don't know. Well, boy oh boy, did it leave some grooves, scratchy marks on the side of the car. And as I say, it's a Sportage and 2009, 2010 model, so those are beefy machines, and it hit that. What was it? No idea. Anyway, if you've got a scary, spooky story, quite like mine, please drop me a line and let me know. I'd love to hear it. Take care, my darlings. Halloween is almost upon us, and I do so hope you have the spookiest, funnest time ever. Stay safe. Hope you got plenty of sweets for the children that are going to come knocking on the door. And until Halloween, my lovelies, take care. If you like what I've done, you can always give me a thumbs up. And if you really like what I've done, you can always give me a follow. I always forget to add those bits in. But anyway, there we are. Take care, my darlings. Bye bye.